happening, Magnusites? So, just got done watching Space Jam, the original Space Jam with Michael Jordan. That rhymed when he played the game. Bars! Now, give you my review of the original Space Jam. So, Michael Jordan gets pulled into the Looney Tunes world after the Looney Tunes are threatened with being slaves for this space amusement park. Several NBA players' talents were stolen by these aliens to play the Looney Tunes and Michael Jordan. And that team is the Monstars. Now, this was another silly movie. Definitely, you could tell it was catering to kids. But what I have to say about this movie is that this movie, first of all, this movie came out when I was 19. This other movie has come out when I am 44 years old. When it came out when I was 19, I really didn't care to go see it. And I saw it when it came out on HBO or whatever paid cable channel or whatever it was. I hardly remembered anything. So I said, let's do a reaction, which is up on Patreon right now, and let's do a review. So here we are. All right, with two movies I really wasn't interested in, but I wanted to see. You get what I'm saying? So I was a huge Michael Jordan fan back in the day, but I didn't want to see that movie. It just didn't interest me. Maybe if I was younger I would have wanted to, but you know, and I loved the Looney Tunes and I loved him, but I was just like, I knew this isn't geared toward me, but I'll watch it when it comes out on TV. You know what I mean? It comes to cable. So anyway, one thing that I have to say about this movie is that I did like the soundtrack. The soundtrack got things going, stuff you associated with basketball and halftime music and stuff like that. it got you going, you know. I found myself bopping to some of it, you know what I'm saying? I liked some of the jokes, I did. I liked, actually, a lot of the jokes, because a lot of the jokes are the jokes that I remembered from the Looney Tunes cartoons. That rhymed and play the game bars. One thing I don't like, and it's because of time, it's just what happens, people pass away, but I hate the fact that I don't have the original Looney Tunes voices in there, or the new one, because you know Mel Blanc and a lot of the people that did voice the Looney Tunes characters have passed away. They don't do it anymore, so it always feels like a cheap imitation of the voices that I remember. But it is what it is. It takes me out of it, but I have to put myself back into it. You know what I mean? I thought the animation was fine. Especially for its time. It looked like most of it was hand-drawn. They may have used some CGI with a couple other things, but I thought that the animation was fine. It reminded me of Who Framed Roger Rabbit a little bit with the way they used the lighting and everything like that. Of course, they didn't have the CGI of now, so but I thought the animation was fine. The acting was better. I thought the acting was good for the most part. For the most part, the acting was good. Some of the NBA players that they threw in for guest appearances, I could tell they was just saying their lines. You know what I mean? But Michael Jordan did a good job. He really did a good job, being that he's not an actor. You know what I mean? He did a good job. He really did. And I was like, okay, this is... Most of his lines, the way he said them, were believable. Can't say for the other one. The jokes, I like the jokes. The soundtrack, I like the soundtrack. I like the acting. The villain was funny, the main villain, Danny DeVito. Dan Aykroyd, not Dan Aykroyd, because he makes the joke. This guy know Dan Aykroyd was in this picture. Bill Murray. Bill Murray was funny in it. I forgot what the other dude's name is with the glasses. He was funny. For the most part, I enjoyed myself. It was silly, but I enjoyed myself. You know what I mean? But it's still is one of those things where you felt it was made for kids, and it didn't have the full feel of something like like a family movie, like a Pixar one would be, where like adults down to the kids could enjoy it without the adults feeling that it's too silly, but without too many things going over the kids' heads. Oh, by the way, speaking of going over kids' heads, I wrote down they made an impotence joke in this movie with Patrick Ewing and his psychiatrist. I was like, what? And there's a part where Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny are talking about getting new agents because they're getting screwed with their deal. Now, I'm like, whoa! Like, I was surprised. I'm like, they're talking about getting screwed? You know what getting screwed means, right? But all in all, I had a better time watching this, and it didn't feel like torture. The jokes hit. It felt familiar. Michael Jordan's acting was good. I was fine with this. Like I said, it was just silly. Like it was a little too kiddie for me. Unlike certain Pixar movies where, like I said, I know it's for the family and I know it's for kids, but you're like, yo, some of those are really pieces of art. You know what I mean? They really are works of art. I'm going to give this 2.5 out of 5 woos. So, which one's better? This one. I got a buddy that I might actually have on. I might do a StreamYard chat with him. I thought he was joking. But he had posted on his Instagram that he loved the new Space Jam and it was better than the first one and all this other stuff. And I was like, what? I was like, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. And he wasn't. So I might have him on. And we'll do a live stream where I'm going to ask him, tell me why this was such a great movie, sir. Please. You've got the mic. Like, I gotta hear this shit. I wonder if Michael Jordan, after the second Space Jam came out, was just sitting somewhere looking at the ratings like, you know what I'm saying? I just wonder. 10 million subscribers. Woo!